The G20 Digital Economy Working Group Task Force on AI comes to an end in Gqeberha today. SABC News reporter Lerato Fekisi will wrap things up for us there. And the meetings brought together experts and policymakers from around the world to set the agenda for harnessing the digital potential of different economies. Now we have Lerato Fekisi there just to give us a wrap on these proceedings and, of course, what came out of it most importantly. Lerato, good morning. And, you know, we just listened to a conversation that Leanne had with a guest about trust and with AI coming into its own, you know, that sort of issue also gets muddled in there. But very important conversations were had this week. Can you just wrap that for us, please?
A very good morning to you, Sakina. What an interesting 4 days it has been at the G20 Working Group Summit taking place in Gqeberha, like you said, and the themes have been the AI. What was interesting yesterday were just stats coming from the Deputy Minister of Communications, Mr. Gqeberha, and he was just speaking, Gqeberha, he was just speaking about the fact that 70% of young people in Africa are young people. And he was saying that he sees it as an opportune time to try and give these young people the right skills and knowledge to prepare for what is going to be an AI future. But like you said, a lot of conversations also been about the challenges facing Africa and also South Africa in terms of getting on par with developed countries, speaking about the issues of making sure that we've got the right infrastructure, speaking about infrastructure, saying that in terms of connectivity, South Africa still has quite a long way to go. Yes, programs have been rolled out to try and ensure that we've got a universal cover, but generally just saying that more people, especially in the rural areas, Sakina, still need to be connected in order to tap into AI. Then I had an interesting conversation with a lady from all the way from Switzerland, from South Center, who does training on AI for developing countries. And she was saying that, interestingly, she sees a lot of African people showing a lot of interest, especially young people, in terms of AI. And she was saying that she feels that AI is for young people, saying that although people sometimes see AI as something that can take jobs away, but if anything, young people should tap into the opportunities that AI does bring. Saying that in terms of education, the healthcare sector, government, SMMEs, there are endless opportunities that young people can tap into those, but also saying that AI needs finance, Sakina, that although South Africa and Africa wants to be on par with developed countries, what's going to be important is that government, private sector also plows in money to ensure that we've got the systems in place, the infrastructure in place, the technology in place to train young people for AI systems, saying that it takes a long time to roll out the old ways of doing governments or old ways of doing business and then introducing AI. So interesting conversations, but generally, Sakina, a huge cry out to young people, a huge urge for young people not to be scared of AI, if anything, to prepare themselves now to, at a high school level, at a primary school level, start getting into STEM subjects because those will then set them apart in terms of making sure they're able to do AI in the future. So interesting 4 days, various countries showcasing what they are doing in their countries in terms of AI. Also spoke to someone from Germany who was saying that in their government systems, the SMMEs have really started rolling out AI and they've seen it to work really, really well. But urging South Africa to also make sure that they've got the finances and the information and also the knowledge, more than anything else, the knowledge transfer, the skills transfer, a key component to make sure that AI is a thing of the future, especially for the young people of Africa and South Africa.
Thanks so much, Lerato, and also making sure that we don't get left behind. Lerato Fekisi for us out in Gqeberha in the Eastern Cape.